This is a demonstration of our free tool, which is our communications planner tool. This is a tool that is available on our website right here under the tools section. And what this allows you to do is allows you to make a communications plan for your team. If you purchase a radio from Rangeland Communications, you get one of these field guides. And essentially what this does is it lets you make one of these. So if you bought a radio from us and you change some of your parameters, then you could use this to make new pages for this book. Or if you're not somebody who purchased a radio from us, you can still use this tool to make a similar book like that. So I recommend using our instructions right here. You'll see that we have instructions, this PDF over here. And if we come over to this other screen, you see I have these instructions up. And the reason that I recommend following our instructions is that that's going to ensure that your key at the bottom of your booklet, your note section, is going to be accurate. So if you hand this out to a bunch of people, and if they don't know what one of these parameters is, they can reference this key. And if you fill it out as instructed, then everything should line up and they'll be able to read and figure out what all these things mean. So the first thing you have to do is put in an email address, and this just allows the tool to send you an email of your field manual, and that way you don't lose it. So you'll be able to automatically download it right at the end, but putting in your email here, you'll also get a copy emailed to you so you don't lose it. So as you'll see, I've already started on one just so we have something to work with, but we have, you have the option here to determine what you want to make. So you can make zone lists for, in this case, we're doing both analog and digital channels. You can do them for a zone just for analog channels, just digital channels, and you can also do a DMR contacts list. So let's go ahead and create an analog channel, and we'll show you how this works. And then once we'll do an analog channel, a digital channel, and then we'll print it out and show you how it comes out. All right, so first here we have the channel number. So let's say that we have a channel number of C8, and we can put a channel alias, we'll just put a test channel. And let's say that we have a transmit frequency of 452.000. And let's just say that this is a simplex channel. So we'll go ahead and copy that, and our transmit and receive frequencies will be the same. Now over here you see we have TX tone, so this is our transmit tone. And now let's say you didn't have a transmit tone. So if you look over here on our instructions manual, you will see, so we'll go to our analog channels. So we have our transmit tone. It says enter the channel's transmit, CTCSS or DCS tone. If there is no transmit tone, enter none or leave the field blank. So we'll go ahead here and we'll put none. And we'll go ahead and say that there's no receive tone either. So once again, we'll put none. For the power, you can either put either H or L for high or low power, or you can put in the specific power output. So in this case, we'll assume we're using 5-watt handhelds, and we'll put in 5W for 5 watts. Here you have the option to indicate whether the channel is a scrambled analog channel or not. So let's go ahead and say that it is a scrambled channel. And then we're just going to click Add Channel. And you'll see that that's been added down here. All right, so let's go ahead and do a DMR channel. All right, so we'll say that this one is C9, channel number C9, and let's say this is a digital channel with a multi-key encryption. So we're gonna put DMR M-key, and that's just gonna let us know on our radio that we're on a digital channel and that we're using multi-key. You can put whatever name you want. And we will go ahead and put in our transmit frequency. So we'll do this again here. We'll just assume it's another simplex channel. So we'll do 452.500. And we'll copy that over to our receive side. Now here you select your color code. Say we have a color code of 1. And then time slot. So we have 2 time slots, and then we also have dual. So this is for if you're using something like Hytera pseudo trunking, where the radio can use either time slot. So in this case, let's go ahead and pretend like we are using a Hytera radio and that we are not using time slot 1 or time slot 2, but rather we are using the pseudo trunking functionality. So we'll put dual. Contact. This is your DMR contact. So let's say that our DMR contact is just group 1. And for power, once again, we'll assume 5 watts. And then this here is for your encryption key. So what we'll do is, this is not, you're not going to actually put in your encryption key. This is just the ID. So you have a list in your radio of encryption keys. And so you would put, if that channel is using key 1, we'd put key 1. But in this case, we're using multi-key, as I mentioned. So let's go ahead and look at our instructions over here. And you can see, if the channel is encrypted, enter the key ID number. If multi-key encryption is used, enter m-key. If the channel is not encrypted, leave blank or enter n-a. All right, so we'll put in m-key. And that should be everything, so we'll add the channel. All right, so once you've generated all of your channels, you can go ahead and click Get PDF. And you have the option to download this PDF right here. So as you can see, we have a zone with analog channels and digital channels. And then you have a line that shows you where to cut this page. And then on the other side, we have our analog channel notes and our digital channel notes. And this is your reference guide that explains what everything means over here. I recommend printing this out on Write in the Rain paper, or you can print it on regular paper and then laminate it. That'll give you a nice result. And then just like we did here, you can just put a ring through it. Let's look back at the main page here. This is also nice. This is the cover page and blank note section. So this is something else you can add to your book. So you can put the user here, and then you can put their individual radio ID, and then any notes that you might want to look at. And the result will be a booklet just like this. The difference is that with our comms planner tool, the notes will be on a separate page. This is the one that we ship with the radios, but on here, it'll be essentially the same thing.